How do you feel, John, Billy Joe's situation? A bit like Tyson, in so much as he won the WBO middleweight title in December, beating Andy Lee, and obviously being on the sidelines for pretty much the whole of this year.
Yeah.
And not having a chance to fight the Golovkin'S, rematching Chris Eubank Jr. and so on.
Well, to be honest with you, it's almost a mirror image of what's happening with Tyson, and I can honestly say it's because he's from the same background as Tyson. Now, for my money, Billy Joe Saunders is the best middleweight in the world. I watched Golovkin the other night. Billy Joe, with his movement and what he can do, he's a boxer tricks. He's a lot better fighter than Kell Brook, and he is a proper middleweight. You know, if Billy Joe gets his shot at Golovkin, you'll see another shock. You'll see another shock like Tyson v Klitschko. Billy Joe will outbox Golovkin, because Golovkin won't hit him with all them daft punches. He won't. A fit Billy Joe is the best middleweight in the world, and I've known this kid for a long time, and the heart he's got, the ability he's got, is second to none. And you can't compare him with all these other British middleweights, because they're British class. Billy Joe is a open class, world class, top 2 middleweight in the world. And I think Billy, I'm not just saying it because he's from the same background as me, the statistics prove it for themselves. Billy Joe is the most talented middleweight in the world. Golovkin, for my money, is just an extraordinary strong man who can hit like a mule kicking, but he's vulnerable himself because he can be hit easy. He doesn't move his head. You know what he's going to do. He's predictable. He trudges forward, open to bulging you out of there. But with Billy Joe Saunders, that won't work, because he'll look for Billy. Billy will be gone, and Billy will box off the back foot, left to right angles, boxer tricks. Something again Golovkin hasn't seen, and there's only Billy Joe Saunders with that ability can do that to a fight like Golovkin. Because if you stand in front of Golovkin and you beat before you start, like Kell Brook was. His team was beat before they started. He was beat before he started. He didn't believe he could beat him. But with a traveller like Billy Joe, we have this certain belief in what we do. If we enter that square ring, we've got all the belief in the world we can come out victorious, or we wouldn't even be there. And I know, and people who understand boxing, Billy Joe Saunders, he was an Olympian, an outstanding amateur. He can punch, and what is he? A southpaw. A nightmare. But Billy's a southpaw, what can move, box, and you know, on his day, there wouldn't be a problem with any middleweight in the world with Billy Joe Saunders. And Golovkin, let's get the fight on. That's one I would tune in to see, because then you'd see somebody trying to get to the top of the mountain legally, legitimately, and what a fight it'd be. I can't wait for that one. I just hope Frank Warren can make that fight, because that'll be the fight everybody will be talking about for a long time after, because you're going to see a masterclass boxing display, you know, and you're going to see one man coming forward with as much power as an heavyweight in Golovkin, because make no mistake, he can hit like a bad mother. For a middleweight fella, Golovkin can hit, but he can be outboxed, and you need balls to beat Golovkin, and Billy's got them. Billy's got the balls, he's got the ability, he's got the mental state, but let's give him his chance, you know. But like he is at the minute, Billy Joe, his last fight was against Andy Lee, another traveller. What's he done since? Nothing. They need to keep people like Tyson and Billy Joe inactive. They don't want them to keep the tools sharp. You know,
sad, though, isn't it?
Sad state of play, because at the end of the day, they can't have they can't risk having another world champion gypsy. It'd kill them. Honest to God, now they'd never sleep for the next 6 months. They'd need the strongest sleeping pills they could buy from any pharmaceutical to get sleep, and all they can see is what I see. People who understand boxing. Billy Joe can upset the world again. And I think he will, and I know he will. But whether he gets his chance or not is another matter. But to do these things and accomplish these things, you've got to be sharp. Your tools have to be sharp, and you need activity. And that's something these boys are not getting, activity, because they're being sidelined for a reason. You know, they won't, probably the money ain't there. It's not viable for him or anybody else. There's always going to be excuses and made up rubbish to keep these boys out the ring. Because let's put it right, if these boys was fighting regular and match fit, they'd take some controlling. You know what I'm saying? Because boxing, in my heart and soul, is what you're born with. You're born with a certain gift. It's a gift from God. You can't make it, you can't train it. You can be the best trainer in the world. If your man hasn't got it, yes, you can brush him up, you can make him do this, you can make him do that, but when he comes up against an athlete what's natural, the natural man will win, because it's a gift from God. And I do believe Billy's got it. He's got heart, he's got a good chin, and nobody, if Billy won't do it, he'll go in there and he will fight his heart out. You know why? Because he's proud, like us, because he's a traveller, and that's what travellers do. We will die today before we will accept defeat in that ring. You know, I'm talking to the next professional boxer. I had to accept defeat because I wasn't good enough. I weren't good enough. I went up against better men, but was far more, the ability was better, the camps was better, they was all round better than me. That wasn't my fault. But they're not all round better than Billy Joe Saunders or Tyson Fury, because they're there. They're getting the modern day treatment. They're getting the camps. The only thing they're not getting is the activity, what they need. And without that, you're not going to go forward. But good luck to Billy Joe, he can do it.
I mean, your nephew, Jose Burton.
Yeah, Jose, he come off a great win. You know, I watched him fight the other night. He was world class when he stepped up. He got rid of a very good man. You know, one to watch for the future. Again, being held back, not getting the right fights. You know, they're holding him back like Tyson, Billy Joe, getting the same treatment because he's a traveller. But mark my words, 6'4", light heavyweight, can punch. He's coming on leaps and bounds. He is a world-class light heavyweight in the making. And all them champions at light heavyweight, they have to worry about Jose Burton. Because what I seen last time with him, the other fights, not so much. You know, he won the British title, good luck to him. But what I seen in that last fight, he come out in the third round and he would have beat any light heavyweight in the world because of his height, his range, his power. And let's put it this way, if he gets the right deals, the right breaks, he will go all the way. Jose Burton.
Jose Burton.
Yeah.
What's your name to watch out for? Jose Burton.
Jose Burton.